Quick thing before the video starts, I wanted to say that there's information about a giveaway I'll be doing this weekend at the end of the video. So please stick around if you'd like to learn more about that and have a chance to enter. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a comparison between the units Hawks and the unit Hanje. I don't know if I'm saying that right. From Attack on Titan and Hawks from My Hero Academia. You can get Hawks from the special banner, and you can get Hanje from the ammo pass at level 25. Get her while you still can, before the pass goes away, and I don't know how long. I wanted to do a comparison between them because I've noticed the question come up a bunch in the Discord. Not as much as the Endeavor Itachi question that I made a video on, but I think it's still something that could be addressed. They both play kind of the same purpose, whereas Hawks will be doing damage in a much bigger AoE, being a 10 radius AoE circle in his final upgrade, whereas Hanje serves a more bleeding role. She'll be doing damage in an AoE circle of 6 radius, but with a 50% crit chance, whereas Hawks has a 40% crit chance. So let's go ahead and look over here at their stat potentials. So let's go ahead and pull up Hawks. So what we're looking at is two units with, I wouldn't say similar stat potentials, but they're not super far away from each other. I'm going to be doing some calculations to account for the difference in their SPA, because Hawks has a collective total of minus 19.6 SPA with the Nimble 3 and the 7.6, and I only have 11.2 SPA reduction due to the Nimble 5 and SPA of 6.2. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into an infinite, and I'll see you guys soon. And just so you know, I'll be doing some, like I said, I'm gonna be doing some calculations to negate that, and I'm also gonna be doing some calculations to account for the critical. I'll show the formula and everything when I get there, but yeah, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, I have amassed up some money here. And now we can go ahead and take a look at the two units. So first of all, I want to take a look at the range. Hawks definitely, I know they have S plus range, but S plus would not give him 8 more than 21, like 8 more or 7.3 more than this 21, right? His range is massive. His starting damage is a little bit lower, but the higher SPA and higher range is definitely a good thing to have. But let's go ahead and get them up to their first upgraded move. So Hawks will have Feather Barrage, and it looks like it's a multi-hit move, which is super useful. I think having a multi-hit, I'm gonna have Hanje hit last, so they're hitting different units. So a multi-hit move is extremely useful because it helps you break shields. His range went up about 4 already. His SPA is sitting at a 4.5. That's really good. I know he has like the nimble and everything, but that would probably only change to like a 5 right here. So let's go ahead and look at Hanje. We're gonna get Dive Maneuver. Does not look like it's multi-hit. Looks like it's a singular hit, so you are not going to be able to hit them and break their shield and, like, you know, do damage afterwards, unless you have, like, the bleed will do a little bit. So Hange's range is still quite low, but the speed is looking all right. Damage kind of the same. Hawks is about 4k lower, but you know, multi-hit is super useful. He's busting out his hits more as well. And I think right now they're about I would say Hawks has the lead right now for me, just because of the multi-hit. I think multi-hit is super huge. Bleed, like, bleed is a really good status effect, but we have so many options for that in this game, you know? We have Levi, well, Levi's not really meta anymore, but you know, we have Bon or Greed, we have Chainsaw, we have, you know, Shigaraki now with his Decay. So I'm still thinking Hawks is doing a little bit more here, but when we get to the final upgrade, I'll be doing some damage calculations to really see who pulls through. At this level, at level 3, Hanje is doing about 5k bleed damage. So that she is doing quite a bit, but the enemy is going to get out of her range or not even get into her range before the time Hawks can mess them up. So if you're looking here, Hawks is just killing them before Hanje can even do anything. All right, let's go ahead and look at their next upgrade. Oh, and also, sorry, one last thing is Hawks has a much bigger AoE circle than Hanje does. So Hawks is going to get Featherstorm here at upgrade 6. The circle is quite big, and it looks like he leaves... Okay, yeah, so he leaves a lasting storm there, obviously with multi-hit on it, and he's even hitting them faster than before. Range is massive, it's almost to the bridge. I built that Itachi there because any enemies were getting through. I can get rid of him now, actually. Alright, so Hawks, he's doing 37,000, almost 38,000 damage every time he hits them over the course of, it looks like 2 or 3 hits now. And his range is massive, his SPA is super low. Really, really strong unit right now is what I'm looking at. Because remember, you can put 4 of them out. So instead of 37,000 damage, we're really, if we had all 4 units out at the same level, that would be almost 160,000 damage coming out every 4 seconds. That's like 40k DPS right here, group DPS. Super strong. 40k, you know, assuming we have all the Hawks out. However, let's get Hanje to their next move. Thunder Spears. So this is going to put Hanje at 40,000 damage on top of having a lower SPA now, finally, you know, getting there, getting lower numbers, almost to 5. And then the range is still quite small. Oh, I did not mean to do that twice. Hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. I want to compare fairly. Okay, so Hanje, it takes up to upgrade 7 to get these Thunder Spears. And, well, maybe we'll see them eventually when a boss spawns. But right now, here, I'll just sell them again, actually. I have so much money, we can just sell them. Alright, let's go and check out these Thunder Spears real quick. Okay, that looks like it might be a multi-hit. Let's see what happens with the zoom up here. Alright. No, looks like it's still a single hit. Yeah, no, so yeah, it's definitely a single hit. That confirmed it for me. So Hanje is still doing a singular hit, but the damage is quite high. 40,000 damage on the singular hit, but Hawks is hitting them for 40,000 even faster. Yes, I know. I know the SPA difference. I still think Hawks... I'm looking over here at the wiki right now. Hawks would be at a 5 SPA right now if we're like not accounting for the traits and the stat potential. And then Hanje would be over here with a 6. So Hawks would still be about a second faster, which is still the case here. Let's go ahead and max them out now. So looking at the final upgrade for all these guys, we have 54,000 damage on Hawks. If the damage calculations were, you know, if the damage was even, the damage of Hawks right now would be about 47,382. He does have a bonus 16% damage right now because of his A+, I believe, stat. And Hanje would be looking at about 41,000 damage right now due to the A- stat potential. It has gone up about 5k. So what I want to do now is I want to tell you guys about these, the crit chance and what that does to the DPS, and you know, on top of with the bleed that Hanje has. So let me go ahead. That's all I've been doing the calculations beforehand because, you know, I don't want to, like, you know, say something super incorrect. So the calculation that I have here to figure out the damage with crit chance added is we're going to go ahead and look as if Hawks has his normal damage with no bonus from stat potential. All right. So Hawk's normal damage here without his stat potential is going to be 47,382. This is information taken from the wiki right now. And in order to find his real total DPS, including crit, is we're going to multiply that value by his crit chance and then by the crit multiplier, like the damage multiplier. So, and the multiplier for crit in Anime Adventures is 1.5. Units do not do double damage. They do 150% damage when they crit. So we're going to take this value right here. We're going to call this his crit damage per attack. And then we're going to get his normal damage per attack, which in Hawks' case, due to his 40%, his normal damage per attack is going to be his base damage multiplied by 1 minus the crit multiplier, which would end up being 0.6, right? Because 1 minus 0.4 is 0.6. Same number. We're just going to go ahead and multiply that by 2 because we're just going to add them together. And then that's the number we'll divide by his SPA. So 4.5 is going to be the SPA that he has without all of these bonuses, like the Nimble 3 and then the A+ stat potential. That's going to be putting Hawks at about a 12,600 DPS, about 12.6k. And when we want to account for his placements, we want to multiply that by 4. Hawks will be sitting at around 50,000 damage per second when, you know, he's hitting them with, like, all 4 units are hitting the same thing or just in general. So his group DPS is going to be 50,540 damage per second. That's pretty big. You know, that's really good. Thank goodness he has 4 placements. That means when you're looking for traits on him, you know, divine, celestial, those things will actually end up outdoing unique on him. You don't want to get unique on this guy. I think 50,000 is a very fair damage for a hill unit, because, you know, being able to hit air units don't really have that much HP to begin with, but you get a lot more options when you can place them on the hill. His range is nothing to laugh about. This range is honestly massive. It's very comparable to like a Pride, you know, having like a lot of his sunshine stats maxed out. Well, not maxed out, but, you know, after like 15 rounds. I think my Pride sits at about 48, 49, or 50. So 43 for something that's just the unit themselves with no bonus to it, you know, other than the I know, the S+ stat potential on it. Without the S+, I would say this is at like 41, 42. Well, the wiki says 40, so -3, so that would probably place his range about right here. Hawks, really solid unit. I think the 4 placements of him is just honestly really good for him. I think 5 would end up being a little broken, So I think they did a really good job deciding him at 4. I think 3 wouldn't be good enough. It would be like a, you know, unit you have to get unique on. But yeah, the multi-hit on his Featherstorm, and when you're placing multiple of them, right? That means these units, they can start killing things that are as they're spawning. Like, take a look at this, right? These units are spawning in, and Hawks is destroying them as they just, you know, come into the map. Super good. I like Hawks a lot. But let's go ahead and talk about Hanje. So Hanje has a 50% crit multiplier, right? And then if we're looking at the wiki here, her damage is going to be about 42,000. It's 41,878. So let's go ahead and calculate her damage with crit. So using the same formula as before, we're going to do 41,878 times her multiplier times the crit damage multiplier. So that's going to put us at about 31,408 crit damage per attack. Now we need to calculate her normal damage per attack. And so for that, we will do 41,878 times, you know, 1 minus the multiplier. So 0.5. So half of it. So let's go ahead and add those up. 31,408 plus 20,939. That's going to be 52,000, but we have to include this bleed. Okay, so I'm just going to include it to her raw damage here. If that's not good, you know, someone in the comments, let me know. But she'll be doing an additional 12,563 damage per attack. So that puts her at about 60,400 or 64,910. And let's divide that by the SPA from the wiki. And that'll put her at about 10,818 DPS per unit. And she has a placement cap of 5. So she's going to be doing about 54,000 damage per second as a group. So her group DPS is 54,000. You can place 5 of her. Go ahead and just get all of these maxed out. You know, she's the only audio that's like appearing for me. I'll hear like a whoosh noise occasionally when she attacks. So we can get 5 of her down, which is also another great factor about her, because that means you don't have to get unique on her. I think Godspeed or Superior or even Nimble, those would all be fine, but obviously, you know, Celestial, Divine, Golden, not gonna say Reaper. Those would all be good on her. And so her damage per second as a group, her group DPS pulls through a little bit. It pulls through a little bit more, but you know exactly what I'm going to mention here. Her range is just not that great. This circle that she has is quite smaller than Hawk's. She doesn't reach the bridge at all here, you know, just using that as an example again. She doesn't even hit the full path the whole time. She doesn't get them at spawn quite well either. Like, they have a little bit here, even though she's placed... Oh, this one's even the one that's placed closer to there. So let's go ahead and look at the one that's placed on even ground with Hawks. She doesn't even come close to the entrance. She doesn't hit this corner path right here. And she's nowhere near the bridge. Whereas looking at Hawks, he has range and then some. We could place this guy like super far away and he would hit a lot of things still. Multi-hit and just, you know, faster hitting too. In my opinion, I really do think, even though Hanje has about 3k more DPS, I think Hawks provides way more to your team. Thanks to his multi-hit, thanks to his range, thanks to his speed, and 4 placements, I think he provides a lot to your team. He hits air. You know, I know Hanje hits air too, right? But he hits air, he has multi-hit. He's going to be hitting them a lot too. He's going to break shields faster as well. It's just, in my opinion, I think Hawks wins here. In the Endeavor Itachi video, I was very, like, I didn't really pick one. I did lean heavily towards Itachi, but I never, like, picked one straight out. And that's because those units, you know, they really do serve the same purpose. Itachi burns for, you know, quite a bit more, but Endeavor does so much damage, and they're really both, you know, burn ground units. I think Hanje and Hawks, they're not really looking at this. They're not really serving the same purpose. They are hill physical units, but the only reason you should bring Hanje somewhere is if you don't have a better unit or if you need bleed. And if you need bleed, you should be running a better unit than her, like Shigaraki, who has a full AoE DK that's going to be, you know, making everything around him not regen. Whereas, you know, Hanje over here has this very baby AoE. I think, in my opinion, I do think Hawks wins here. So that's going to be my comparison. I don't want to hold you guys any longer. One last thing I did want to say though is I'm going to be doing a giveaway if you guys made it to this point. I'm going to be doing a giveaway because I'll be hitting 500 subscribers. I'm really close to that number. And you can find more information about it on my community tab. Basically, the giveaway is going to be up to, I think it's going to start at 60 reroll tokens split among 3 people. So first place would get 30, second place would get 20, and third place would get 10 reroll tokens, as well as an ammo pass or a secret unit of their choice among like a selection I have for them. However, every 100 subscribers I get, more than 500, I'm gonna add 10 reroll tokens to each of the placements. So first place would get 40, second place would get 30, third place would get 20, assuming I got 600 subscribers. 700, it would be, you know, 10 more than that. The deadline for this will be Saturday, 5 p.m. Japan time. So there's about 2 days, there's about 48 hours from now to get to that deadline. I'm really excited that like people are really enjoying the channel, and so I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for all your kind words. And I also made a Discord server, it'll be in the description. Just wanted to say thanks. I really appreciate everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later, guys.